The 2025 Cayman general election and referendum results are now known, following this morning's official announcement by the Elections Office. CVM News was able to speak with Supervisor of Elections Wesley Powell, who told our newsroom that the vote took place absent of major incident, while also describing it as a success.
We concluded the count just after 2 a.m. this morning when we called the last electoral district. Very successful election, our largest turnout of voters ever in terms of sheer numbers. We had 18,339. Now, I know that's not large in the context of Jamaican voter population, but for us, that represents 73.5% turnout of all registered voters.
However, as we hear from Howell, none of the parties were able to meet the threshold to claim a majority.
We actually have 3 political parties that fielded candidates this election, and we had a wide margin of independent members. So there is no clear political party that won a majority. So the government that will be formed in the coming days will in effect be a coalition government, because no one party actually secured enough seats for a straightforward majority, which would be 10 of the 19 seats. People's Progressive did actually carry the most seats, and they're the longest serving party.
The People's Progressive Movement took 7 seats, while both new parties, the Cayman Islands National Party and the Caymanian Community Party, took 4 seats each, and the remaining 4 went to independents, which means that negotiations to establish a coalition government suggest that the political intrigue surrounding the wealthy British overseas territory is likely to continue until Parliament is reconvened.
It remains to be seen. There are not very many new candidates that are first-time politicians, and of those, 2 of those individuals who were successful in their candidacy last night worked very closely with the elected government in previous administrations, so they have a deep understanding of the way that the government functions and how that process works in terms of policy and legislation and those things. So yeah, it will be interesting to see. My role as supervisor of elections is a time-based one, so I am only in this office when we have an election present. Otherwise, I serve as a chief officer, which is in our nomenclature. In the rest of the Caribbean, it's usually known as permanent secretary. So, next week in the coming days, I actually go back to my other job and resume my duties to serve whatever government comes in. So, as it relates to being impartial, I will be there as any of the other senior civil servants to deliver the services as they require as part of their policy.
Joel Crossgill, CVM News.